Good morning, LCU. This is Sour Power here. Guys, we've got a solo dolo stream for you guys today here. Oh, let me turn that volume down just a little bit. We've got a solo dolo stream here for you today. Abby could not be here. I've got a couple fun things for us to do today, both for the goals and the cover. I'm pretty excited to go through it. I hope you guys are as well. I'm just waiting for it to load up here. Let's see. Hey, there we go. We're starting to load up. Hello, hello, hello. And yeah, so let's go, guys. Oop. Oh, no, I didn't click the music is on a separate thing. Every single time, I've got to fix that. That is just not going to work, but we're not going to let it hold us down. Let's go.
They walk in, air gets hotter. Boots hit ground, walls start to flutter. Fire is burning, smoke up the past. Laughter
Gossip News Network got the first here. Good morning, good morning.
Try to cage them, they'll melt those bars away. They're fire, 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 burning.
That's right, Gossip News. Party time.
Every step in uprising, every word a strike. They're fire, 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 never, never tire. If you're looking for trouble, better pray to the flame. These hearts are made of fire. Not veg eyeliner, I say just dare. Heart on her shoulders, storm in her hair. She don't ask kindly.
Smoking straws with the custom emoji there. I love
The
it.
dust beneath her feet. They're fire, 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 burning up the sky. Hey, every step an uprising, every word a strike. Fire, 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 we'll never tire.
Good morning, Munchkin. How is it going? How's it going?
Trouble, better pray to the flame. These hearts are made of fire. Who told you power had to sound polite? Who told you the thunder? Pure narratives afraid. Yeah. With sparks in the gasoline, with a match you can't contain.
Oh, almost done with work. Good, nice. I'm going to be going to work after this, but right now we're going to work up the show.
Fire, 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 burning up the sky.
That's right, Evan. For now, we're still fire salutes.
Story, every laugh a battle cry. Yeah, we're fire, 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 never, never tire. If you're looking for mercy, better step from the flame. These souls are made of fire.
Munchkin, everything goes good when you got this for the show in the morning. Oh, good morning, everyone. How is it going today? You were going to have a solo dolo stream with good old Sour Power today. Abby couldn't make it today. It is what it is. No big deal. But that being said, I've got a whole bunch of stuff packed in for today. Evan says, Abby, my Govy sister. Gossip News Network is your mental health break today. You know what? Every once in a while, all of us need that. And boy, oh boy, has the LCU needed some mental health breaks. You know, Glammy took one for a little bit, and she's back. A very short one. Oh, I got to tilt my camera up. You can see my little checkerboard floor. Oh, but you can also see some other things for this today. Now, I promise I didn't... let's see if we can get a happy middle here. I'll zoom it in to perfect it. But Miss Glammy Lammy is back in the universe again, and she is going to be on a show again. I am excited to see how that goes. I'm just adjusting my zoom a little bit here on it because normally I have it zoomed for a twosome. let's see what we can do about that. Let's see here. Boom. Configure video. There we go. We'll zoom in a little bit so we don't see the floor and the ceiling. Perfect. So yeah, guys, I don't know if all of you guys have been following the LCU news here, but we have some movement in the network just since yesterday, yet again. If I go over here to announcements, well, one of the first ones isn't so much a move, but Miss Batgirl got in a little bit of trouble. Now, we've been seeing during Fat Camp a little bit of sharing of information as far as some users coming in, the Greys coming in. We nuke them out. We don't give them any energy, but it does happen from time to time, and we take care of it. We have moderators and such to take care of it, as well as myself. So Batgirl, trying to solve the issue of that, was told to put in fluff. So I'll read the announcement. So this is me reading the announcement. This isn't what I'm calling her, although I think she's absorbed the title at this point. So Keemstar says, attention, Batgirl is in big trouble. The drunk Twisted Tea Husty was informed on Fluff a week ago that people in the chat were doxing kid behind the camera's elderly aunt. Batgirl was asked to put the dox in the blocked words on the channel to stop the dox. There is a way to do that to block specific words. So it's kind of counterintuitive, right? Because you'd have to know what the dox is to put it in as a blocked word, but once you see it once, you put it in as a blocked word, boom, done. What did she do? She put the docs in the Fluff channel keyword channel tags. So keywords and channel tags are actually ways to get your channel found. So, meaning she promoted the docs publicly on Fluff channel for a week. And I'm laughing because I'll explain in a minute. I am taking her host role away until further notice. She's going to have to do some humiliating shit on Fluff to make up for this. So the reason I'm laughing is because a couple days ago, in a rush trying to fix a problem, I was rushing around, I'm already running OBS. You're kind of doing a show. You're trying to talk on top of everything else. And I've got to say, don't tell Keem, but I nearly did the same thing myself with one of the things I was trying to solve. Now, I never did it, so it was all in the background. Happy, blocked words, away we go. But I nearly did the same thing myself. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh no, because I knew I had already almost done the same thing myself. Oh man, I didn't even. So I just noticed this on camera. So I used to have my little balloon dog for Jester, and I got a nice little dumpster fire right here with a sign, but he's green and he melds in with the background. Okay, I'm going to have to find a fun little creature. Jack Move, what happened to Luna? Luna, I guess, is no longer in the LCU. Or at the moment, I believe she's taking a break, so at some point she may decide to come back as well somewhere. But until then, we wish her well for whatever she's off doing. Another announce for Keem today. Attention, Gidgey has been suspended for showing Voldemort's on Queens today, showing up on Voldemort's stream. Yes, her son. Yeah. There's been a lot of speculation about the reasoning behind this. Now, Gidgey had an issue with her computer, I believe, right before Fat Camp or between the time leaving her house, coming back. And her son was in the background and decided to hop in. We all know him in the universe. And it is just unfortunate. There's some hosts speculating that maybe she just wanted to go to Fat Camp and kind of get out of the universe and go with him. I'm not sure if that's the case. I think Gidgey is smart enough to realize that being here is the smarter decision out of the place to stream, but I don't really know. One never knows with Gidgey, right? She's a little bit back and forth on things. But that being said, I want to cover something a little bit. Mr. Rob Taker says she's not that smart. I don't know. I know that Gidgey likes to push the line and push Keem, or what she thinks is pushing Keem, and having her, kind of saying like, well, I'll just leave. But I think she's also smart enough to realize that this is the place she needs to be. Cat Lady, especially, like, come on, guys. Having the backing of Cat Lady, I know some of you guys maybe feel a certain type of way, but Cat Lady comes up with some great things for Rebels. And Rebels, I don't think would be nearly as much as it is without Cat Lady helping out. Gossip News Network says, I heard that she was thinking about quitting during the Queen's live stream in the side chat. Exactly. Back to the pattern, right? Back to the pattern of I'm quitting. I can't do this. Or, you know, I don't want to do this anymore. And she's going to be, you know, back to back to back on that. And she'll be back. Zekwi is asking about co-host Abby. She could not be here today, Zekwi. I believe we will have her back tomorrow. Yeah, and then Christopher Roberts said she was actually on his live too. So yeah, this is the first time that she's actually getting the drill and really drilling holes in the boat. In case you guys are wondering why we have the bike and this, that is a fire hydrant. It's hard to tell, maybe. It's a pretty sizable fire hydrant hiding there. Oh, it's hard to tell, but if you look, there's a face hole right there, and there's an armhole right there. I wonder why that is. Well, I'll tell you why it is. We want to have another. I want to have another fun stream for today. So, a little combination of both. Oh, this does not blend well against the background. All right, I'm going to turn them white. My bad. But as part of doing the things that we're doing today, as far as going through news and things that I've got to go through for today, you guys can also get me a pedalin' and get me in a fire hydrant costume. I find it hilarious to have some ridiculous costume on while doing some of these shows, and I know that a few of you guys do too. Now, there's going to be some costumes in the future that I probably won't be into doing that I'm sure Miss Abby's going to come up with to torture me. But for now, I'm going to pick the ones that I think are fun. So fire hydrant costumes going to be, you know, part of a members goal today. I do want to start building up the members goals because I want to start doing members only content. Some of it I'm going to start hopping in the VCs, in the fire VC. I've already back and forth inside of VC1 pretty regularly. If you haven't cash cowed up, that is the way you do it. And then in the description is how to get into the Discord. And then the other option is, and I'm just going to do it like additive, right? So if you're doing 2 trains or whatever else, we'll just do the math on it to get me pedaling for a minute on the exercise bike. You know, I did not go to fat camp. Obviously my job, I move around enough already as it is, but your boy's still got a little bit of tummy that he'd love to get rid of. And, I know that you guys would like to get to the point where you start torturing me with it. So I figured this would be a win-win on you guys. And, you know, if you end up with both, that's going to be a little bit more ridiculous. And I'm not going to be wanting to wear this while doing this. Because I'll tell you, this is a thick foam. This is meant for like trick-or-treating. It's meant to be warm. And right now I've got a light shirt on. But that thing will cook you. So just letting you know on that. For the fun things for today. Gossip News Network. What do you think about Fupa and Foxy being placed on Queens? I'm excited to see Foxy run one. Right below Foxy's low energy. I'm not going to keep reading the chat. I want to get to some stuff, but I do want to just kind of start out with some opinions on this. Saying Foxy's low energy. I don't think she's low energy. I think she needs a reason to have a pull. I've talked with Foxy quite a bit in the background. She is a go-getter. You know, she tries to plan shows and things. And I think when you start getting her fired up, like really she needs someone to push against. And if ever there was someone to push against, there is the immovable rock that is known as Tina D. So if ever you want something to push against and someone to push you, Tina D is going to be the one. You know, with Tina now back from fat camp, you know, healed up a bit more. I think her leg, she's getting looked at. So that will be getting solved pretty soon, hopefully. And then hopefully she's fully over I believe it was pneumonia. But I think Foxy's going to bring some fun aspects to it too, because Keem hopped in today and, had essentially had some criticism for them where he's like, hey, it's, and Tina acknowledged it a little bit. He was like, hey, it feels a little bit stale, and it's tough, right? It is tough every day. I'm going to get into that a little bit. It's tough every day coming up with a thing, 100%. And Tina's been doing the internet for ever, right? At this point. So it's very tough coming back to back, day to day, and not repeating things, right? So having a little bit of fresh blood into Queens, having a bit of a younger influence as well, I think is going to be pretty fun. And Foxy's going to be, I know what's going to happen. Foxy's going to be very bubbly and have like a lot of like, I don't know what I call it, but like younger goals. And Tina is not going to like it. So you guys are going to start seeing, I think you're going to start seeing Tina be willing to do some of them, but also being like, I'm not doing that, fuck that. And there's going to be that head to head along with any other arguments, because I don't think Tina's going to get along with her long term. And we might get a really good combination. I know a lot of you guys probably haven't been as interested, but I will put a poll in the chat real quick on that, and we'll get into some other stuff here. But Queens, or no, let's see. We'll call it Foxy and Tina, and we'll call it win or lose. And we will just let you guys, I hope I spelled that right. There we go. We will we'll have you guys vote on that. I'm curious to see what you think on this. Yeah, can't wait for the head-to-head on Foxy to Tina. Galactic, Abby could not be here today. And Lanky says Fupa won't do any shit. Hey, then get gone, right? So, for today on this solo dolo adventure that we got for today, I have a couple things that I want to cover up front. About the remaining change-ups for Fat Camp, and then we are going to get into something fun for today. I've been slowly keeping up a little bit. I've been keeping up a little bit on the Afroman court case and some of the situations with that. I don't know if you guys have seen Afroman had, well, we'll get into it later, but essentially he had the cops break in, he made some songs about it, and then he completely fucking embarrassed them. So we're going to go through that a little bit later. But we are going to first go through some LCU stuff, because I know you guys like that up front. And there's been a lot of changes just recently. Yet again, it feels like we're talking about it day by day here. But yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit up front. And also, here, I'm going to just show you this thing ahead of time. I'm just going to show it to you because I thought it came out very good. Let's see. Is it this one? It is this one. I'm just going to show you for the news segment coming up, because I do want to mix in some like outside news, some fun stuff. I made this today. Let me know what you guys think about it. Ooh, I can't hear it, but you can. Oh no, it doesn't play. Hold up. I'm still learning how to use this one because I'm going to make it autoplay. Hey, there we go. Oh, yeah. Check that out. I think that's pretty cool for a fire news segment. Obviously, it's going to be, we're going to kind of break in some segments for that. I have yet another one that I'm going to do that's a more of a lighten up segment, which is sometimes going to be fun stuff, sometimes going to be some nerdy science shit, just a little bit of everything. I am trying to build this to a spot where, let me get rid of it. I'm trying to build this to a spot where I can have some little segments, some fun little video things, and I'm going to start making it so that some of these elements start moving and things. On Jester, I always said I wanted to pump the game up as far as some of the activities. We did some jumping around type things. I'm going to bring a little bit of that to fire, but I also want to start pushing on the OBS side. For far too long, all we have been is a frame and some goals, which is most of what you need, right? It doesn't need to be crazy. But I want to start pushing. I really like some of how like Tommy C does it. It's very professional, works very good, is far less clunky, and I am hoping to push to that level and maybe farther as we go. But I figured I'd give you guys a preview of that while I'm switching into schedule mode here. So let's take a quick look over here at the... Oh, I can still share screen because I am in the Discord. because I do want to talk about some of the switch ups for today here. Oh, the dog is snoozing in the background if you hear him. At some point, he'll probably get up and be over here. Hey, there we go. Can I get rid of that middle box? How do I get rid of you? Oh, no. Nope. Damn. There we go. We'll just do it this way for now. You don't need to see my beautiful face completely. Yeah, we'll do this. I'll make a little box for it in just a moment. But yeah, switch ups. So we still do have Batgirl and Tommy C up at the beginning. So we have talked a little bit about Locale Hero with Amberlynn and Thick Gemini. Now, Amberlynn is starting to get... yeah, Christopher Robert, your dog is always the extra co-host, 100%. And he does not take a single moment to enjoy the spotlight in the background. There's not a cushion in the back. He's next to me today. Locale Hero, Amberlynn Reed, and Thick Gemini. Thick Gemini has started getting Amberlynn Reed to get up and move. We might actually see her start to get up and move. I'm curious to see how long this is going to last. There was talk of possibly moving spots as well. Now, Kimmy K is listed in chat in Crypt. Kimmy, I haven't seen there for a while, and I haven't talked to her much. But I'm hoping that, Amber's, so Gossip News said Amber's honestly getting more boring on Hero and on Bus. You're right. Gossip News, you are right. I think that a lot of people that followed her here were expecting massive change, and we did not get as much of that as we wanted, right? And when I say we, Galactic, you keep asking, where's Abby? Abby is not here today. She will be here tomorrow. She could not make it today. But like I said, she should be back here tomorrow, no problem. So we are doing solo. Was she ever interesting? Good question. I would say to some extent that she probably was, because obviously you would not be following her, but she's not interesting in the sense of I'm following her for her. Every story that I've heard, so I didn't know Amberlynn Reed before this, but every story I've ever heard about her has always been, oh, I started watching her in high school, or I found her through, like food content, or some of the big girls said big girl content, things like that. But she doesn't bring anything beyond that. And they started turning, and now everyone kind of hate watches her. And it sucks because I think she has something. Like when she did her dolphin thing, that was something that I thought was kind of fun. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but she has the ability to make some comedy. So Locale Gay is back on with Pesci and Albert Dan. I'm hoping that those guys are good. Cash, Glammy Lammy, and White Owl. Now, if ever there is a duo to have, it is going to be Glammy Lammy and White Owl. Guys, you were going to get to see Glammy Lammy run OBS again. Now, I don't know if you've ever watched Glammy Lammy run OBS. It has started out as a nightmare. She's up to the point now where it's at least functional, and I'm hoping that she'll get better. I am still going to offer her my services of teaching her how to run OBS, but we'll see how the first one goes, because today is the first one. So at 6 a.m. on A Circuit, be sure to check that out. Let me see. Is there any changes on B Circuit? MTV Nick got removed from Nerds. So obviously you guys have known that MTV Nick had just recently had a baby with his girlfriend. They're still in the hospital for it. I don't know exactly what's been released or whatnot, but they're going to need to be there for a little bit. So best of wishes to them. So I think just to reduce the load on him showing up, because obviously streaming from the hospital is probably just about completely limited. He's down to one show on Locale Rain with Desi and Tammy 10. Desi is slowly coming out of her shell. I'm excited to see what she does, because I find that Desi, let me switch back over myself. I find Desi to be super fun when she gets to mess with Boogie. Like she's had a ton of time for getting to mess with Boogie, but it's like a pop in, pop out. And so getting her where she's just sitting in front of the camera and talking is a little bit different, right? And she's slowly coming out of her shell. So I'm excited to see the Desi that like gets up, gets excited, goes crazy, axes in the wall, and do some goals. And guys, I am just going through the intro stuff while I'm letting some stuff build here. I've got some stories for the Afroman thing. The Afroman and some other stuff today is going to be the big one. But I do like just covering the stuff like this. And again, I don't have someone to bounce off of. I'm working on it. I'm trying. We've got the Amberlynn on bus still with Tech Protect and Fupa Cheese. Maybe not for long. Amberlynn might be gone from there. There was a discussion today, and I believe I have a clip of it, for Tech just saying, hey, give me the opportunity to really run the show that I want. Because Tech has been doing a good job, but Amberlynn has been trying to defeat him at every turn. And, you know, up until now, part of his job was to keep her on the show, right? You can't have the show without Amberlynn Reed on it, right? Because it was kind of designed for her. But I think the opinion's starting to turn on her. And unfortunately, I think Hero might have been part of the reason why. Let's change this over here real quick. And Tech has asked Keem, he said, hey, let me run the show I want. And she might quit, but that's part of the consequence of it, right? So I've got the clip of it right here. And let's go through it quick because I'm excited to see this show. This is the show we really wanted to see.
I have grown bus since the last Voldemort guy was running this shit.
Numbers wise.
Yeah, numbers wise, our views are up, average view duration, the amount of money through ad revenue has gone up. Significantly, the show's improved since I've been here.
Okay.
Amber's
All right,
complaints
let me
are because
ask you
Amber's a
one.
bitch.
Do you feel like Bus, entertainment wise, it has become boring? L's in chat if you think it's boring. W's in chat if you think it's more interesting than when the Voldemort was here. Because I'm telling you, it was a better watchable show when the Voldemort was here.
Yeah, but
That's because Amber liked him. Amber hates Tech, and so it makes everything more difficult. Like,
Yeah.
they just need to get along.
yeah, I can make it entertaining, but every step of the way where I've like, let's push the thing that the audience wants, Amber fucking drags me down to the depths of hell and uses you as an excuse for why she can do it. That's literally what's happening. Oh, you want an entertaining show? I'll give you an entertaining show. The audience will fucking love it. But then Amber says, fire Tech now. And you're like, okay, Tech, you're gone. Sorry, Tech.
Yes, that's been one of the biggest issues. This is one of the biggest complaints that you're going to see from just about every single host and a bunch of the audience is lack of consequences. When Boogie got here originally, it was accountability at the end of the day. And Amberlynn has come in. She's brought big numbers. There's no denying she's brought crowds, big numbers. And some of you guys have stuck through and moved to other shows as far as what you watch or gained some other shows. But at the end of the day, there's been no consequence for her. I understand that she's brought big numbers, big views, but she has existed in a spot where she can pick up the phone and get someone unbanned because it's her friend. She can just, I'm not turning on my camera today. I don't feel like it. No, Keem, I'm not doing it. No. And then she can just not show up to her show. And I don't know what the pay structure is, but it's been hinted at that she obviously gets a chunk more. And if Tech is the one putting in all this work, why should he have to be the one that's being nice and pander to her to keep on the show? Well, the answer seems like it has been up till recently that it's, because she brings in all this money and all these views. Well, does she? Because she's over on Hero right now. And I'll admit, obviously, they're getting better numbers than this show. 100%. I'm not going to shit on them entirely, but it's not in the thousands, and it doesn't look like it's going to be there anytime soon yet. So, Amber, if you're the one bringing this and bringing all the numbers and things like that, shouldn't your people follow you? I don't know. I'm just saying, perhaps Bus has made it, Bus has made it to a point where they may not need you. And I know that seems like a weird opinion to have, but look who we have sitting up here on the screen right now. I don't know if Zeta's the one. As a matter of fact, she's almost definitely not the one because she is yet another person. Actually, it's a perfect example of someone else that had no consequences. She did her sleep stream and she literally just slept and turned her speaker off. Every time there was something to be done, didn't do it. She sat there like a fucking bump on the log the entire time and didn't do shit. And guess what? Everyone wouldn't even donate to get rid of her for most of these shows because she'd be like, oh, ha, 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 donate 50 members to get rid of me. No one would even donate to get rid of you, Zeta. That's how much they didn't like you because they recognized there was no consequences. And you didn't bring even the I guess, star power that that feels dumb to call it that. Whatever you want to call it for ALR. But ALR is pretty much kind of starting to look like the same thing here. If there's no man, I wish I could get rid of that box. If there's no consequences for I know how I can get rid of it. If there's no consequences for her not doing her thing, people aren't even going to want to be there and the numbers are going to drop.
That's what happens. You want a fun show? Tell Amber to shut up and listen.
We actually had show notes for today.
But she's got to be kind of happy too. She's got to be happy.
No, she doesn't. She has to get paid. Her broke ass. She can't afford shit. She should sit there and be, thank you, Daddy Keemstar, for letting me pay my fucking bills when I got demonetized. I have nothing else. I can't even DoorDash because I don't fit in a fucking Ford Suburban, a Ford F-150 or a Chevy Suburban. She can't do shit, okay? She should be thankful for the opportunity and be fucking kissing the feet of Keemstar every day. She shouldn't have such demands of like what the show is. Just like be happy.
I partially agreed with that, but she could go to her channel, right?
No, it's demonetized. Her channel is demonetized. She can't make money there.
And that's what puts her in a pretty tight trap right now is her channel is demonetized. Now, a while back, she decided to go live and just do a little couple minute test stream, which is still up on her channel. Interesting enough. Because she was just like, oh, hey, I figured I'd go live here. You know, nothing big. This is like one of the last times she wanted to throw her little fits. And I think what she was doing is to see what kind of numbers that she could get going live herself. And I think she thinks that that's representative of what her entire experience will be streaming. But I think we all know that that is probably not going to be the case long term. There we go. Let me just mute my other account here. Sorry, we're solving problems live. Boom. There we go. Haha. If I just put my other account in and mute it, then I can hide it. Big brain. Awesome. There we go. Now we can have a screen. Oh, you're still going to hear it. Boom. There we go. No. We're getting closer. But yeah, so Amber is, I think, going to start figuring out whether she's actually as needed in this universe as much as she thinks she is. And it's going to be very interesting to see with all these switch ups if everyone actually follows her or not. Because she's always going to have some kind of following, right? She's at least interesting enough to be dealt with, punished, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know if Hero's going to point out whether she actually has the power she does.
She got Hero. That's why she got Hero, because she hates Buzz and she hates like the stress of Buzz. So she got Hero to be like a chill show.
Yeah. So she already has the show she wants. If she wants to make money here, then sit there, shut up, and take the fucking beating.
Listen, I actually don't care what anyone thinks at this point. I have been watching Bus and it's unwatchable.
Then let me make it watchable and stop listening to Amberlyn Reed.
Bye, Tech.
Listen to Amberlyn Reed. It's about like, it's not good enough. I can listen to myself. Like, what is happening over here? What's interesting?
Okay, I can't do the interesting things because you capitulate to Amber all the time. If Amber had no direction of the show,
fucking do a boycott and say fire me, Keemstar. If you're really gonna pick
then
Amber over
fire fucking Amber. Put her on Hero. Let me just run a show that is about Amberlyn Reed with her not being here. I'll make all the fucking money.
Good show for Buzz right now. What is your idea of a good show?
Yo Mama plays like mini Revolution like every stream, right?
I don't know what
I'm not gonna fucking shut that shit down. You want to know why? Because it's entertaining. Like that's the only thing that matters.
Okay.
You mistook what Keem said, Tech. He said for you to say fire me, Keem. He said nothing about firing Amber.
Oh, Zeta knows a little something about that, right? Now, yeah, I know a lot of you guys say yawn Tech. I see you, Lanky, there. You might be right. There might need to be someone else that needs to be there. But I'll say this, just like Zay is a worker and is very good at breaking things down, so is Tech. And I also think Tech would probably be able to get in some of these other detractor types that are fun. Now, I don't know. It's not my personal type of content that I'd watch, but it might be a draw into the universe that there's a lot of people knocking on the door. And I'm curious to see what he can do with it. So that is some of the ALR stuff. You guys can't hear that in the background, right? No, perfect. Sorry, I've got my phone in so that I can actually. I didn't think about the fact that I actually have to have another person in here to get rid of that other little mystery box. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with that. Let me drop that screen share. Boom. I got rid of my page. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with that. Here was going to be the testing ground for she wanted a fun show, right? Well, now you've got your fun show. Let's see if you can actually make it happen. Going back into the schedule again here. We've also got... So we've got Bus, Amberlyn Reed on there. Pitt is still just Yo Mama. Now, Yo Mama did a great show today. Dee Dee actually hopped up for a little bit of it. And he was going through a little bit of live the other day. Now, if you guys did not catch live for some reason, they decided to visit a man named Tom who has become famous for being one of the most racist guys on the internet. I'll say this right up front. This is not to detract from Tom himself, that's not the right wording. This is to detract from him. Clearly a fucking scumbag, right? There is no place at this point in the universe to be the way that he is. But I've got to say this. If you are a big tough guy and superior and you think you're all that, I have grown up around and met some real racists. And I am happy that he is willing to talk to and interact with people of other races, because I know some people that won't interact at all. These are some real fucked up people. He's at least willing to interact with them, which is telling me that if this guy is considered the most racist on the internet, we might be seeing a change in things. But yeah, I was not a fan of, sorry, I'm trying to get Pitt pulled up here for it because there is a segment that he covered on it that I really liked. Yeah, if Tom's the most racist guy in there, now clearly he has a lot of fucked up stuff. And again, I am not for 1 second standing up for him, but he was a fucking softball. He was a fucking softball that should have been treated as much more harshly than he was by the live crew. And I get that, like, if you show up and you're just like, fuck you, Tom, and you're not going to get something, right? But you also didn't have to suck his nuts like Turbo did. Turbo came in to the universe. I actually really liked him up front. I liked the redemption story. We talked about this already, so I'm not going to go too far into it. I liked the little redemption story of walking, which then became, a little bit of a work or whatever, but it was still something, right? It made you feel feels. He held the room down in gestures for quite a while, but then cracks started showing. When it came time to talk about Pesci, it wasn't just him talking about Pesci, as far as just like, oh, he swapped the drink. Turbo decided to go the extra mile and be like, oh, I'm not saying that he maybe swapped it to like do something with Wonder Woman. I'm not saying that. I'm totally not saying that. As a fucking host, when you're not saying something, that you're trying to put that out there, because no one in the chats were putting that out there. No one's thinking that, right? At the end of the day, even if they thought Pesci made a joke, and I still don't know what the honest truth is. I've looked through all of them and I can't figure out what the truth is of what happened there. But it certainly was not that. I don't think anyone thought that. So he's kind of a piece of shit for putting that out. And then we see him go for the, visit to Mr. Tom here with Boogie. And Turbo was sitting on the whole like, oh, well, I'm Jewish and they hate them too. Yeah, they do. So you should know more than anyone what that feels like, right? Like at the end of the day, you should know what that shit feels like. So while you're sitting here sucking the nuts of this fucking guy, I'm not sharing it on screen right now. You're sucking the nuts of this dude. Look what he's holding right now. And Yo Mama's freaking the fuck out about this too. At the end of the day, this dude's whipping out white unity signs. And I'm not going to keep it on the screen very long because I don't want to advertise this piece of shit. But at the end of the day, that's the same type of dude that doesn't want to fuck with you either, because the minute that you told him you were Jewish, he was like, oh, actually, no. But Turbo was the one that spent all this time hanging out with him, getting friendly. And Turbo was, well, I want to get some contact numbers and just be cordial with the guy. Cordial was walking up and doing the interviews that a handful of other people did. There was a couple other YouTubers that did it. I have the names right here. Gideon and Hoodie did, along with, here's another person that I'm going to dive into it a different day, or maybe not. I don't know. The dude's fucking gross, but Charleston White went with Hoodie as well. Yeah, that one's maybe too dark to do on this channel, but we'll see. I'll talk with Abby about it and see how she feels. But Hoodie, Charleston White, and Gideon have all done visits to Tom's place, and they've interacted with him. I'm gonna pull up the visit that they did. Sorry, it's a little bit of quick switching here I got to do. It's a little harder without someone to fill in. But this is...
Austin, this is Tom.
What's up, Tom? How's it going, brother? I guess all right.
I wanted to bring him here because though y'all different, I feel like y'all might have some similar perspectives, some similar point of views. You good, you healthy? What the fuck? You're associated with the KKK.
You would be surprised at he thinks I'm associated with.
Charleston damn near.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. That's a great start out, right? Dank, this year's became all about race now in the damn LCU. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about this very long, but I did think it was important to bring up because of how it came through in ours, in our universe. So this is Charleston White on, let's see, can you see my mouse? Yes. So this is Charleston White. Again, I'm not covering this dude today. This guy's got a redemption arc from all sorts of shorts, but he has a lot of shorts out there that are a little fucked up too about him. So someday we might cover him. Not today. Today he's just out adventuring with Hoodie.
Would join this shit if he could for it. Looking for like land.
I don't have a problem with the KKK. I don't have a problem with nobody fighting for what they believe in.
What if it's Black Lives Matter?
It's headed by 3 lesbian bitches. So yeah, I'm not joining.
Yeah, I think you can tell he's a piece of shit already, right?
Pretty much, they're
Two pieces of shit hanging out with each other, right?
mentally disturbed.
So I heard they had took the money and the leader had bought a house.
A predominantly white
community.
the well-to-do community. So did Obama, so. And you'll never see Trump moving to the hood. If he wants to move somewhere, it's in a Jewish hood where he has a banker next door.
Okay.
All black people with good sense move to white neighborhoods.
He actually ran for president.
Yeah, Turbo, how do you feel about that? He was all fine about making fun of Jewish people too, right? You like that? You're having fun with that? You know, you wanted to talk on your stream today on Rewind with Billy about all the concerns you have, and you're over there kissing face with that guy while Boogie is ready to leave. Kalo's ready to leave. Like, at a certain point, when Kalo's standing in the background, when they went the other day, you could tell he's just fucking done, right? Like, he's like, oh, I clocked what this guy is. It's not funny. It's just shitty. And Kalo's just standing there kind of hands in pockets like, time to go, right? Like, we tried making some content. Some of it was content for sure. But that's, you don't spend a lot of time with people that are shitty if you don't want it to start sticking to your hands. But that was a good, oh yeah, let me just finish this off. He was actually looking.
2016. Is that something you would ever do, Charleston?
I like to buy hood where he has a banker next door.
Okay.
All black people with good sense move to white neighborhoods.
He actually ran for president.
2016.
2016. Is that something you would ever do, Charleston?
I like to buy
What? Bro!
Yeah.
that don't preclude anymore.
So wait.
All right, I think we're good enough on them. That just shows you that's the smallest amount of piece of shit that Charleston is. Trust me, it's much worse. But we're not going to cover him today. But yeah, it was pretty fucked up that Turbo was sitting there kind of having a little bit, too much conversation and not fun. I think if you're going to go visit someone like this, yeah, you're going to have to interact with him a certain type of way. If you just show up and throw rocks at him, it's not going to go well, right? Like, you do still want to have the interaction if you want to interact with him, but you can't, you shouldn't be that friendly with him. But getting into that a bit more, where is it? Let me scroll back through here real quick, because one of my old ex-co-hosts, Didi, actually popped on to Yo Mama stream while he was going into it. So I do like featuring some of the smaller people in the universe here.
Honestly, like Turbo, like at first I thought he was gonna be cool seeing him at Fat Camp just like everyone else.
Sorry, I'll turn it down.
And
Though. Her
then
voice is still
when I heard from
loud.
Kalo, like how he bullied Kalo and how he was wearing that the shirt. I literally was here like, dude, this dude's like a casual racist, and like it just blew my fucking mind. And honestly, it really pisses me cool like that. Like I would have lost it. The other day I like was on Rebel, like I won't say I was crashing out about it, but it did set me off. Because honestly, a guy like that who can barely walk like a foot away from his fucking motor cart, he has some nerve trying to degrade everyone around him. He tried to think he's going after the weakest links when he's really the weakest link, you know? He's like, oh, you're black, so I think you're below me. Oh, you're special needs, so I think you're below me. Turbo is a fucking bitch because he'll never say that to your face. He won't say it to my face, and he's thinking because Kalo's fucking nice.
Have you tried saying it to his face?
Yes, Yo
I don't
Mama,
know
fucking
what
get
it's
him.
yet.
Look at the wheels turning right now.
There to him.
Look at the wheels
and you say it
turning.
to his face. All right,
Okay.
and we'll watch.
Okay.
Didi didn't know that they were live.
So, let's go to rewind. Let's
Fucking Yo Mama, dude.
Let's go to rewind.
Can we talk about Yo Mama for a minute? Goddamn. He is getting possibly added in as the casting director. I know that might interact with me in a potentially negative way, depending on how this show goes, which, by the way, if you guys can, any form of support would be amazing to get the report card good on my solo day. But can we talk about Yo Mama as the casting director here? He is starting to build a schedule and things like that. But instantly, Didi comes in just to talk about it, right? She has some things, and he goes, guess what? They're live right now. Hey, Didi, wind the toy up and turn her loose. And he hot drops her right into Locale Rewind with Billy and Turbo, because Billy and Turbo were going live already at the time that he drops her in. And I know what he's thinking, right? Like, he knows that she's going to go off. Yeah, Christopher Roberts says, Yo Mama's the pulse of the LCU. Hell yeah. Lanky says, I think he declined the position. I'm not sure if it's like it was talked about. I unless something has changed that I didn't hear towards the end of the stream, I believe it's still on the table. And if it's not, he's still going to be putting his fingers in, he's still going to have his fingers in the back end of it and talk. Well, that's not the right way to say that. Anyways, he's still going to be meddling in the background, right? Like, that is one thing that Yo Mama does. He speaks things into existence a little bit, right? And I really like seeing that because he had kind of done like a schedule thing today as far as setting it up. But yeah, he decided to turn Didi loose because Yo Mama and Billy, well, if you guys are in the Discord at all, you'll see that Yo Mama is perfectly happy to show the number of difference in viewers between his show and their show. That is something that he likes to do to probably mock a bit, especially if he has disagreements with some. But I would say it is motivating to the right hosts as well. He certainly has different opinions on the LCU than many. But honestly, I agree with almost all of them. Yeah. Ice Goat says, let Sour Power get an allegation for 2 fingers behind the scenes. Look, I didn't go to Fat Camp. I got invited. I couldn't make it, but you could have had your wish, Ice Goat. It just didn't happen because I couldn't make it for the whole trip. But yeah, so Yo Mama turns Didi loose over there. And I've just got a quick clip of her over there as well. Let me just pull it up real quick because he had the wheels turning. Let me get it up real quick. Sorry about that. Soloing is a little bit interesting. I'm still getting through the switching part quick. So yeah, he turns Didi loose on Rewind right as they're in the middle of discussing. Let's see here. I'll get right back to the right spot. There we go. We'll drop it right in right there and share the screen.
Not only Billy, but the viewers especially, because you guys deserve better. Better than some fat, racist, alleged
Who am I?
racist.
That timing was diabolical. Sorry.
Oh, you are the racist. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Hi, Billy.
Hey, Didi, how you doing?
Dude, I don't like you, Turbo. You have some fucking nerve bullying Kalo and then trying to be rude to your mama and being racist. Being racist about a little kid in a fucking movie, too. Like, oh, that little N-word in there? The fuck is wrong with you, dude? You have some fucking nerve. Because at the end of the day, you know damn well if you see a black person in real life, you would not call them the N-word. You wouldn't fucking wear that shirt you did. And you know damn well you wouldn't even go to the fucking neighborhoods where you'll see them at. That's why your ass went to that racist-ass neighborhood. You felt real fucking comfortable there. Like, seriously, you can take all this clout from the LCU, think they're going to follow you, but guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? Your ass is going to start getting doxxed. People are going to start going after your ass. You ain't going to get a dime. You're not. You are nothing. You will not be anything but disappointment in yourself. On God.
Fucking Dee Dee going off. Look, I know the first show that I did with Dee Dee didn't work out. Both of us were very new, and I'm still new to some extent, right? But fucking Dee Dee can go off, right? Yeah. I think she's been in the universe as an intern for a while. There's still some work on things to be done, just like there is for myself. But I am still going to celebrate someone that's here being a creator. She's in it, doing it every day. And Yo Mama turned her loose and was like, let's see what happens. Now, Yo Mama is also watching this at the same time on Pit. It's ideas like that when they come to you. It's kind of that yes and thing that are the huge part that I really love about what Yo Mama does. Sometimes, he'll have stuff planned and he's going to be hyped, going up, doing whatever. But he'll also take any little thing that comes to him and set it loose out into the universe as a little chaos. And Dee Dee is the perfect type of chaos for today. She went in on him. And so I just got to say, congratulations, Dee Dee. Not all the smaller interns or hosts always get featured. So I wanted to feature that because I thought she did a great job on it. If you want to check out the rest of it, check out obviously Pit and then a little bit in here as well. Yeah. Yo Mama really knows where to put people. Exactly, Christopher Roberts, 100%.
Is your name Dee Dee? Wait, hold on. Don't leave, Dee Dee. Is your name Dee Dee?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. It's nice to meet you. My name's Turbo, and I'm the alleged racist. within the LCU. Yes,
Yeah. Go watch the rest of it. It does taper off after a while, but Dee Dee comes in hot and comes swinging. Props to Dee Dee on that one, 100%. Now, I don't want to stick on this too long because it has been covered to some amount, but I wanted to kind of have that little storyline. Some of it just to give props to Dee Dee and Yo Mama, really. But it's something that I think falls in weird times of the LCU. So sometimes, you guys don't always get to see the whole storyline on that. So I did want to kind of cover that start to finish on it. I don't know if there's anywhere else that's going to go for right now, right? Like at the end of the day, Turbo kind of got pointed out as what he is, and we'll see what happens. I mean, what else are they going to do, right? Are they going to send them into... Again, is there going to be a consequence, really? I'm not sure. I haven't seen it yet. But I do want to move on into... Let's see here. I did want to move on into... Melcifer. Melcifer also got moved. Let's see. What time is it? Oh, man. I've been going way longer than I should have. Well, screw it. We're going to skip all the way ahead to the fun bit of today. I'm going to do my little fun segment, so I get to play my fun little news intro again. Damn, time flies when you're having fun. Oh, didn't play. Yeah, fire news. We're here to give you some fun shit. Gossip News says apparently Turbo is supposed to be on Alpha and do whatever Big said. Oh, so there is an actual. Oh, nice. Now, guys, I wanted to cover some fun stuff in between. So this isn't 100% just news per se, but it is kind of some, it's kind of my fun segment. So let me get the first one pulled up here. And switch over. I like covering some fun animal stuff. I think it's pretty cool. And if you guys can tell, we have oh, there we go. A scuba diving parakeet. So this is just from March, not too long ago. There's a new viral video of a parakeet operating a submarine. Now, this is not quite a I think it was a PS5 controller, a Logitech controller that this parakeet is using, but clearly there's something I think he's using to control it. Oh, that's quite loud. But yeah, the little dude's got his own scuba diving thing.
Fire sluts.
Boop. We are still coming up with news noise for that. Between knowing that now I didn't have Abby today and my IRL job, I was literally doing it right until I got here. We still got that. And honestly, because Abby hates it, you guys let me know. Oh, I didn't end the old poll yet. Normally I have a little bit of distraction in my ADHD stuff here. So before we do that, thank you, Con. W production value. Love the transitions and the graphics. Yeah, I'm going to make them even smoother. One, because it makes my job easier and lets me pay attention to this a little bit more, in case you want me staring into your eyes. Too creepy. But damn, the poll on the Foxy win-lose for Tina is 50-50. Perfect. If that's the true and honest answer for the number of votes we had, 48 votes, which is just above a third of the audience. If a third of the audience is pretty representative of a 50-50 love and hate, they got a recipe for some good shit, because you don't want everyone to love you and you don't want everyone to hate you. You want that nice little middle ground. But thank you, W Production. Love the transitions, graphics. Yeah, I'm going to keep working on it. Obviously, it's a little bit difficult because you have to both plan a show, come up with the stuff, do the technicals. Don't break your OBS so you can actually use it that morning. But yeah, there's a healthy balance, and I want to make this so it's a smoother, funner thing. But yeah, I'm excited to have some fun stuff for you guys. Thank you so much, and I will add that to the total for the goal, because I guess I'm going to be pedaling first. No fire hydrant costume first. Interesting. I thought you guys were going to stick me in the fire hydrant and make me look like a fool, but I guess I'll get to be a fool a different day. Oh well. Let's see. 10 right there. Boom. And thank you again, Con. But yeah, a fun little segment with the parakeet here. Let me switch it right back. But look at him. He's having a great time. I thought that was awesome. I have a really fun I really like the fun animal things. I find it breaks up the morning. Like I said, obviously if I have when I have a co-host, it's going to be a little bit easier because I'll be able to sort through these. But we want to have like fun little animal segments, and we want to have some news segments, not the shitty world stuff, because let's be honest, there's enough of that out in the world, but like news of like more interesting, fun stuff, right? We want a little bit of mix of that, so you kind of know what's going on in the world, a little bit of pet stuff that's going on. My algorithm has no idea what to do with me, because I'm into everything from like Warhammer stuff to Magic the Gathering to weird, funny pet videos to motorcycles. So the algorithm just feeds me stuff that you guys probably don't see. And so I want to share some of that with you. Let me know if you guys do like it, though. Let's switch over to, let me turn that off. Boom. I've got one more for you here, and then we will break into some of this Afroman stuff, because I have been wanting to talk about this, and you guys probably even know some stuff that I don't. So this was another fun one that I wanted to show. That's a little more distressing, maybe, but I promise most of them are probably fine. And if not, we'll pretend that they are. So this is a video of a cyclone that's happening because of the difference in water temperatures between two different oceans coming together. So one of them is cold and sinking, and the other one is warm and rising, and then they're mixing. So it makes this pretty cool cyclone. The problem is the fishies, not all of them have fins big enough.
Bubbles stretches along the reef wall, trapping some of the fish, especially pufferfish, causing them to spin helplessly. As the puffers only have small fins, they have little or no strength to fight it and are simply sucked in.
These poor little
this
fish.
This unusual phenomenon could be a sign of seasonal changes to the two big ocean currents, which provide the driving force behind Socorro's extraordinary marine life.
Don't laugh at your fish children. I'm going to laugh at your fish children,
pushing
Gossip
nutrients
News.
up from deep water, while the equatorial current has a stronger warming influence nearer the surface.
I came across that one, and I want to say I was just hanging out with the dog on the chair like a couple days ago, and that's all it does is, it's just doom scrolling a little bit, and then there's just this little puffer fish because it started in the middle, just I was having such a good time seeing that. I like sharing fun stuff like that because, again, I don't know if you guys always have that kind of stuff. When you start like focusing in too much on content, it stops sharing some fun stuff like this. So you need a weirdo like me to drop some of a little bit different on you. So we'll have some fun animal things, mixed in with the news segment. Obviously, we'll have them a little smoother for the introduction. But for today, there we go. For today, those are just two of the fun little animal ones that I had in there. They were both a little bit water themed because I was doing the hydrant thing. So does it fit entirely? I don't know. We'll see. We're fire, but we can do water too. Yeah, a good palate cleanser. Exactly. Because let's be honest, the best formula, we talked about working on formula. The best formula I have found across all the shows, and I went a little bit longer today on it, is doing a little bit of LCU, doing a little bit of icebreaker-y fun stuff in between, and then doing like a different type of topic on the back end. It seems to work pretty good. That's just a little behind the curtain for you guys. But I've actually been genuinely interested in this topic. One, because it's hilarious, and two, because it actually is cementing some of our rights for the Afroman trial. So in 2022, here, let me just pull it over so I can read it. I kind of did a summary ahead of time for it, and we are definitely going to watch some of the court clips because, guys, yes, we are definitely going to watch some of these clips. Lanky, welcome to Band World. Thank you so much for it. I don't have a sound yet. Damn it, I need that sound. I wanted to work on it today, but I knew I got one guide. So we'll make fire sounds for you today. Welcome to Band World. And that puts us one closer to the members to put me in a hydrant. I'll fix that in a minute. I don't get too caught up in the details, but I will keep track of it, I promise. The Afroman. So in 2022, the cops decide to raid Afroman's home, and
Fire sluts.
Boop.
Khan _MVP super chatted $17.93. Keep up the good work.
So now, Khan, that means I've got to do this while pedaling. Devious timing. I get what you're doing. All right. We're going to do this while pedaling now, and I'm going to count that extra 5 towards the next time of pedaling. Oh, okay. You were holding it on until I had something I had to use my brain for at the same time. Okay. All right. Now you guys are getting the trick that I didn't think of here. So let me get the bike pulled over a little bit and we'll continue talking about this. That is devious. Okay. All right. I see what's going on here. Boom. Let's pull this back over. Time to hop on the bike while going through it. So they did the initial raid in 2022. I believe in me. You're going to hear me huff and puff because I'm going to have to talk while pedaling. All right, Con, I see how it is. Yeah, you guys can still hear me good, right? Let's get that microphone up. Perfect. So the initial raid, they decided to raid in 2022, executed a search warrant in his house. It was a failed investigation. They were told that there were drugs. I believe there were supposedly like either kidnapped people. There was supposedly hidey holes for people that he was trafficking. There were all these accusations that came up that were absolutely ridiculous. Even on the face of it, it sounded a little ridiculous. They were also, because one of the things was because he talks about smoking weed in his songs, they figured like, oh, well, that means we can bust you, right? So they come crashing through, destroy the entire gate of his property. There's like an entry gate for his property. Ooh, that light is a little harsh on my head. And yeah, so he goes, well, you gonna pay for my gate? Newsflash, friends, the cops don't pay for your stuff when they destroy it. So he goes, all right, I've got surveillance footage of you guys. I'm gonna make a song. And Afroman makes a song. Now, I wish I could play it on here. It will get us demonetized, so I cannot. But in a moment when I come down from here, I will maybe, I'll see what I can do about that. But long story short, he decides to make a song to pay for his gate. It was a failed investigation. No evidence of kidnapping, significant drug trafficking. No charges were filed against him in the raid. They broke his gate, seized $5,000 in cash, and which was for an upcoming gig, which I don't know if he even made it for. Mic quality's perfectly fine. Yes, awesome. Yeah, Afroman's hilarious. Exactly. Oh, I just broke my setup a little bit. 1 second. Sorry, I was working in the yard a little bit earlier too, so this is like a double duty on me. So, all right, that's for the trial part. I don't want to get into that yet. Yeah, so he had the security footage. He used it for the music video for some of his songs. He decided to use his home surveillance cameras to do a video for what was called Lemon Pound Cake. So one of the deputies was checking out the lemon pound cake that he had on his counter. The other one was, will you help me repair my door? And obviously it went viral. One, because everyone's like, fuck the cops for destroying all his shit. And two, they were actually hilarious because you get to watch this music video of these cops staring down a cake and breaking down the things, and he's just shitting on them, right? I thought they, let's see. Nono says, I thought they did pay. That's terrible if cops don't pay for damages, even though he was never convicted on anything. Yeah, I will say this. I'm not like a legal expert, right? There might be a way in certain circumstances that you can. My understanding is you pretty much don't. Yeah, it's one of those things that if they get the warrant signed, my understanding is in most cases, they just, fuck you, sorry, oops, my bad, right? It's kind of one of those things. So, let's see. So going into the pound cake part a little bit, this is where the fun part comes in, is
by Mr. Foreman.
Part of the trial. Here, let me share the screen. So this is one of the cops that got interviewed, or is a, what do we consider, like a witness? So he's one of the ones bringing the lawsuit. So I don't know if he'd also be considered a witness or a plaintiff in this case. I guess he'd be a plaintiff in this case. So a bunch of the cops got together because they were really sad that he supposedly defamed them for making these songs. Oh no, he actually took the footage of his own property and made fun of me for doing what I did on camera. Sad. So the cops decided to sue him as a group for defamation. So not only did they break his shit, you know, in some ways add something to his, no one believed it, but, you know, it clearly adds something into the news like, oh, well, what if he did and they were just wrong, right? So Afroman's dealing with all that stuff, and he's just a chill dude, right? He's just a dude making music. He's trying to head to a gig, and you've got these cops coming in SWAT style, knocking shit over. So this guy's really sad because he was the pound cake boy.
You received hundreds of pound cakes at work from different people.
Oh, just a heads up, there's a lot of audio where it's just in the left ear, right ear. That's not my setup. That's the courtroom setup. If ever I get a chance to run some courtroom audio, I'll fix it for you. But until then, this is what you get.
Okay. And the context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman created, correct?
I don't know where he got it at, but you'd have to ask him that question.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play what's marked defense.
And I'm going to mute this and sing it kind of terribly.
Okay.
Because I can't have the song on because it will get copyrighted, but I will do the fun of singing a bit of it. Just so you get a okay, we'll skip ahead, but you get the concept of it. You don't want to hear my terrible singing with no backing music, but because of copyright, fuck it, we're going to do it that way, right? So this is something they're playing on court right now, and I'll keep it running so you guys can still watch it. Sorry, I'm not going to sing the whole song because I don't know it that well. But, oh, there we go. Hopefully it wasn't playing in the background. Whatever. So they're playing this whole thing, and they're... Let's see, here's the end bit of it. So they finish up with the video. I'm going to skip ahead because it's just more of the same, right? You guys can go watch it on yourself. Lemon pound cake, very easy search. I bet you if you search that, the recipe won't even come up first. Let me get the audio back on for you.
Stop it there. So you've seen Exhibit D, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You would admit that's you with the glasses walking by the lemon pound cake on the counter?
Yes.
And that is security footage from the search of Mr. Foreman's residence?
I assume, yes.
But there's no question that's you during the search?
Yes.
There is question? Or there's
No, that was me, yes. Absolutely.
So during the search, Mr. Newland asked you to watch the money.
So they actually just get him like, so you are the pound cake man, right? Is really what they're trying to establish. Now, this is earlier in the interview for him. And really, you know, you guys see the courtroom shows where it's like, I got you, right? Obviously, not everything's like that, but some of these bigger trials are kind of like that. So you have to establish that the person actually is who... Because like you can't sue for something of being defamed if it's not you that's in the video. Because like if it wasn't him, it would be a little bit easier for him, right? You're talking about this officer and putting this officer's name, and it's not even the right guy. So they actually have to ask like it's you, right? You could tell in the video it's him, but you still have to ask. So they go forward on it, and they're getting into the money because he was supposed to be watching the money. They discuss that a bit. Let me switch clips here. Let me hop swap it real quick. Oop. So he is supposed to be, you admit with your glasses, lemon pound cake, already got that. This is the next one.
You would admit that's you with the glasses walking by the lemon pound cake on
wrong
the
one. My bad. Hold on. So he admits that he's there, but he's also supposed to be watching the money for this. And they start asking him
here in the bottom right-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the evidence bags with the money?
Yes, sir, it is.
about the money.
The evidence bags you were just testified to that you watched the entire time for Mr. Newley?
It's a evidence bag, yes.
So it's not the money evidence bag?
It is the money evidence bag, yes.
Okay. And you're watching it right now, and you're looking at it?
Yes.
Now remember, this is the scene. This is them just, I'm going to call it breaking in at this point, right? Like legally they were allowed to, but as far as I'm concerned at this point, it's a legal break-in as far as what the cops are doing. And so this is an active scene, right? Like they just show up. So you can't just go, oh, no one's in the house, so like it's fine, it's in the other room. Like you actually have to have your eyes on that evidence. There's a whole chain of custody. Again, I won't pretend to know everything about it. Ooh, who I'd really love to have talk about this at some point in a different context or a different story in the future is Kimmy. Because she has done some stuff too. And there's a couple other people that we could have 16-bit Pete talk about it. He was a corrections officer. He would know a whole bunch about it, right? But yeah, you have to keep your eyes on all of the stuff. Oh, not watching the bag anymore.
Now.
Okay.
Oopsies.
The person's following you? Sean, it would be a fair statement to say you didn't watch that money the entire time that Brian Newland left it in your possession, correct?
No, you are correct. But you can also hear me tell another deputy, keep an eye on that money. If you want to play
Which
it back.
deputy was that?
I don't know. I have no idea, but you can hear me and see me talking to another deputy before I walked out.
And yes, it is only in the left ear again, guys. It's a court audio.
The guy behind me would have been behind me.
Oh, you're screwing up your job, sir. You're screwing up your job. So defamation about him telling you weren't doing your job right, along with the pound cake, looking a little rough now. Remember, he is suing for defamation. Defamation means that it's not true. Oh, he says, let's play it back. Sorry about that. I missed the last little bit of that. Ooh.
That's it.
Let's replay.
There he goes. Eyeballs.
You said you.
I don't see another deputy that he's following, right? Someone goes out in front of him.
Right there.
Bye.
I'm not worried, no one's here.
No.
Well, let's replay.
I believe I told him to keep an eye on the money before that.
Okay, let's play it again. Let's start at.
No says, I think Sweet Tea and Glammy should commentate and give their opinions on this. That would be hilarious. I am down if they want to hop in to join in on this. We are having I would love it. I need some expert opinions on this along with it. So this cop is clearly, he's just getting ragged on. And I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here because I had way more laid out. But honestly, I don't want to drag through the smallest details of it.
The table here in the bottom
not that one.
right-hand corner.
Sorry. Audio. So they start getting into a little bit more of the criticism of him.
And you would agree that how you conduct yourself during a search and everything reflects directly on your reputation?
Absolutely.
Oop, sorry. It just blanked the screen. Oh, they blanked the screen. Hold on. There we go. So he's sorting through
You don't
papers.
believe everything you read on the internet, do you?
No.
You actually probably don't believe everything in the newspaper, do you?
No.
You would agree that Exhibit D that I played, the song Lemon Pound Cake, is a music video for entertainment?
There again, he made accusations that I smoke weed on there, which I don't. So that was a lie as well.
So you are suing based upon him saying you smoked weed in a song?
No, I'm just saying that.
So why'd you include it?
It's not part of this lawsuit.
He's done.
Let's let him finish. Okay.
I say that goes along with some of the other rhetoric that he's told about us lies.
Oh, here comes one of the good ones.
Could that be exaggeration to make the song funny?
I don't think it's funny.
Well, sir, you don't look like you think a lot of things are funny.
Reasonable person listening to that believe that Mr. Foreman is stating facts?
You don't know what somebody's thinking. You wouldn't think we'd get 300 calls a day threatening to kill us. Somebody's buying into it.
So when
Here goes your case.
Jerry Reed sung the song, "When you're hot, and when you're not, you're not," and the judge said that to him right before he sentenced him to prison, that's an actual fact, or is that a exaggeration for entertainment?
Strike all that because we don't know.
I'm gonna skip ahead.
Let's take American Pie.
Oh, yes.
Here we go.
Is the song American Pie, you've listened to it, correct?
Multiple times, yes.
Is it literally about a pie?
No.
It's more about something else.
Yes.
It's for entertainment.
Yes.
And you were
This guy is not getting it.
I like the lyrics, yes.
And you don't, in that song, American Pie, do you believe that was fact?
That what was fact?
What was said in that song?
So he's a bit slow. I'm gonna bump him up. It is a court case after all. So he's starting to put himself in the trap. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit more as well, just to do it. So this dude is pretty much just putting himself out to dry on everything and quickly proving that he has no idea what he's talking about. Let's see here. So the second one is a red-haired officer, and this is the more juicy one.
So you're solely...
This guy is also one of the ones in the lawsuit. He is suing for defamation because one of the lyrics in the song that Afroman did was about saying he was sleeping with this guy's wife.
being painted in a false light due to Mr. Walters saying he had sex with your wife.
Mr. Walters does have sex with his wife. Mr. Foreman doesn't.
Good catch on that.
All right. Actually, smart catch on that one because it was the lawyer's thing. Honestly, I don't know if I would have caught that one because he's like, yeah, I do bang my wife. Props to the cop for that one, catching that, because the rest of us probably would have been like, well, sure, right? Specificity. So this guy's quick-witted. He's proved himself to be quick-witted.
Yeah.
So you're claiming that is the defamation statement, is that he said he had sex with your wife?
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light?
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Wait, you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we don't know. I just
Been
need
with
the
that
answer.
woman since middle school.
I know.
I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment, it's out there. And it's a problem.
So it's something we cannot verify the truth of? Is it a thing that can be verified, true or false?
Ask your client.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask for a direct the witness to answer the question. Yes or no, please.
That you don't like his answer doesn't mean he didn't answer.
He didn't answer the question. He's told me to ask another person. That is not an answer to the question.
So ask him another question.
Okay.
That was his answer. You didn't like how it came out, but it was his answer. They can't make him say something else. You can ask him another question.
And so are you claiming that Mr. Foreman saying he had sex with your wife is a private fact about your life?
My family is a private part of my life.
About your wife?
Him having an affair with my wife would definitely be a private part of my life if that was occurring.
And that has affected your reputation?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, friends.
You're still employed as a
pause.
police officer.
I clicked something. What did I click? Back. So the whole reason this dude's suing is saying either there's a handful of ways this works, right? Is either something that I'm trying to keep private is being let out, or it's something that's like false and like not provably false that I'm getting in trouble for. So Afroman's just, his lawyer's just like, well, what is it? Is she sleeping? Like if it's true, then he's saying a true state, right? Like there's no good road that this guy can answer. He's like, why are you suing for this, right? And this guy's just like, I don't know. Maybe they are having sex. I fucking love that shit. That this is the way that this court case is going. You know, they came in, they thought they were being serious. Let's be honest. They saw a target at the end of it as far as, you know, being able to. They went in, whether they thought it was legitimate or not. They ended up breaking in, and I'm calling it breaking in at this point because he won. They ended up breaking in and, you know, breaking all his shit, not paying for it. He just made a song. He was like, fuck it, I'm mad, but I made a song. I'll make the money back, pay for my shit, fix my shit, and it'll be a haha, right? Like, that's a pretty lenient thing to do. And the fact that these cops, you know, got the pound cake thing, got the wife sleeping thing, hey, that's on you, man. Like, you were on camera, you should have paid attention and you should have done your job a little more professionally. So they end up suing for it and they lose. Let me swap to the next bit here. So that was the red-haired officer. So Afroman ends up responding at the end because secret time, Afroman wins. Afroman wins on this entire lawsuit. He's completely released from any responsibility on it.
For media.
I didn't go down here.
Let me swap screens real quick for it. There we go.
And sue the police.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't show any of the court case yet. Afroman's been in a giant American flag suit. He doesn't have this fur coat on the whole time. He's got a weed ring on, which I believe he also had in the court, right? He has a stoner ring on. He's been wearing these glasses in the courthouse. He's been wearing this American flag thing in the courthouse. So there's this dude, awesome fro, cool glasses, weed ring, American flag everywhere, having a court case about the First Amendment is really what all this is about. It's sitting in front of cops that were trying to break in for all this.
Department. I fixed up the damages they made, and I sung songs about them to raise money to do it. They were unapologetic.
The deputies wanted Afroman to pay $3.9.
And they're just going to summarize it again. I'm not going to watch through any more of that. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty cool case to go through. The cops made themselves look absolutely ridiculous in this entire thing. And weirdly, you know, at the end of the day, he's also setting some precedent about, you know, it. Obviously, a lot of the legal stuff works on precedent already, but Afroman is now in there setting some additional precedent about how you're able to use security camera footage in your house when the cops, even during legal raids, how that can be used, which is going to be pretty fun, right? Because there's a lot of people that have in-home cameras. So look, if for some reason you're crazy enough to get yourself raided, make a song about it. Make sure you don't actually defame them, but make a song about it at the end of the day. And yeah, get a little bit of the payback for it. I just want to check my notes here quick. Forced to quit a jean job. Yeah, that was about it on the end of the story here. But, you know, at the end of the day, congrats, Afroman. Huge win. Made a great song. If you guys haven't checked out the song, it is the Lemon Pound Cake song. I sung it as best as possible. But yeah, go check it out because Afroman needs a little bit of love. Now I want to cycle back a little bit through to Locale. Okay, so it's Gold. Gold is now Melsifer's now. Oh, sorry. There's been a lot of mix-up because I saw an ask about Ken. Ken is now on. Oh, sorry, I'm switching out of my courtroom mode here. Ken is now. He is now on. Oh, this is terrible. There's too many names. He is now on Locale Nerd with Sweet Tea. Yes, thank you. You guys are catching at the same time I am. Yeah, Lanky, so many changes. And thank you, D-Tank and K-Swiss for nerds. Ken is now on Locale Nerds with Sweet Tea. I caught a bit of it today as far as them going through things. I think it's going to be a good pairing. I I just think that Ken didn't. Melsifer has a way, and you've seen, if you guys are in the Discord, you've seen them like before shows kind of picking at each other, right? As far as I know, it was all in good fun, but they were picking on each other. But I don't know if that's the kind of show that Ken necessarily wanted to run, right? Like he kind of has a certain cadence and vibe that he wants to run it, and it never ended up working out at the end of the day. And then with his birthday vacation and Mel having to do solos, like I'm doing a solo today. Support is a little rougher on solos when you're newer. I try to come up with something that's fun for today and go through, but it's on a new show. It's a whole bunch of things. So I understand Mel's plight. And so eventually, if you don't get enough support, things have to change. But Ken actually talks about this a little bit.
So Ken leaving for vacation was.
Oh, there we go. And I just want to share this quick as far as him talking about it a little bit.
In the cash, but I'm happy Ken got away from Mel, and Mel won't pop up here, so we good. I'll say this, like, truth be told, I have nothing against Mel. She had a lot of great ideas. I will 100% admit that,
yes.
Right? She just was, or she did. I'm sorry, and it just didn't happen to fruition. I think with her coming in, the heat she had that came in, it's going to be very hard for her to get away from, and that's all I'm going to say. John with the 2, Mason Ramsey.
And respect to Ken, that's really what I think it was. Is she had kind of a specific type of heat on her coming in. She has, I think she's one of those people that really long-term is going to have some good success here. And I know that might, I've seen some people that say no, but like she does have that nice mix of like the love-hate, right? And we saw it on Babes today. They went at it on Babes today. Oh, okay. I will follow up on that in a minute. She kind of has a little bit of that love-hate. But honestly, she was coming up with some good creative ideas even while Ken was gone. And being able to come up with creative ideas and knowing you're going to be solo back to back to back is so freaking rough. And so I respect the hell out of her for it. She actually jumped up on, I believe it was the last episode of Jesters that I did too. So like just out of nowhere, like I didn't ask for another person. I was going to solo him and she jumped up and we had a great time too. So huge respect to Mel. I hope she does good on Locale Babes. I believe that Ken and Sweet Tea are going to do pretty good on Locale Nerds. But the one thing that I said to Ken, and we'll see if it happens, is just letting Sweet Tea be Sweet Tea, right? Set her up for the putt and let her just smash him out of the park. And she's going to say some crazy shit. But yeah, set her up for it. And then, Ken can kind of do his thing. I really like Ken. I know a lot of people comment on my voice for being, one of the ones, but Ken is the other one. Like Ken, it also has a huge voice for this. And I really want him to succeed because he has been grinding. He has been here pretty much from the get-go. He had started from outside the universe, got brought in, has been back and forth. Ken has been on a grind, and I think it is time that, he had mentioned a little bit later on, as far as like when he saw people receiving the thing, like, oh, I've been here. And like, he's using the metric of like the top 10 show, right? Like if you're here for long enough, like you have to be top 10. And I've heard that mentioned. Maybe, but I'll say this. I don't know if every show needs to be this is going to coming from me. I get it. But I think some shows end up having a core audience that sometimes can be the go-between to the next show. And they will get a certain amount of support. And it is someone that when they're gone, you notice they're gone, right? Like there are hosts that when they leave, people are genuinely wanting them back. And Ken has always been that one. So Ken, if ever you're thinking there's a time where you don't think you're, good enough to be here or whatever, have you mentioned, or you kind of have those like stirring thoughts, dude, you're good enough to be here. Like you can hop in anywhere and make it work. You've hopped in on Bus. You've hopped in on, I think he's done Queens before. Like, it may not be the permanent show, but 100%, dude, you need to be here continuously. So I'm excited to see the new mix. I'm curious if you guys are, but Fox just brought up in very big capital letters, Sour, Iceman's back. I'm done. I wish you the best. Keem doesn't want people to do, doesn't care what people do as long as he lines his pockets. Where is, I don't think he was. I didn't, unless it just happened. When did this happen? Because last I knew he was out. There was discussion. Keem had a discussion about bringing him back and put up a poll, and everyone but like, oh, he's actively on gay right now. Yay. Interesting. Well, I think I've made it known before, but if not, I will reiterate again. I understand in some small, so small context his entertainment value. Now, will I say that it has grown in any way? No, I think it's actually diminished because he stopped doing some of the things that I think people liked him right up front. But from all the things he's done in this universe, he's got to be gone. So I'm not fucking with that. And boy, if that's the thing that they think they need on the show to make it work, I am going to strongly disagree with that. Fuck you, Iceman. And for that, oh, let me find my song. You know what? We haven't had too much fun in getting up and moving shit. I know this song's a little bit cringy that I made, but because he's back, I'm going to play it because fuck Iceman. Let me get this song up because HIJLM, where is it? I got to find this song real quick. I wasn't expecting to have the Iceman song all of a sudden. Here we go. Let's play the song. Oh, it's opening. It's thinking of it. Are we going to open? It's a bit cringy, but we're fucking going to it. We're dancing to this shit.
You rode in on nasty dog rockets, saying weird shit. Being out of pocket is that piss, man. We don't fuck with that. Mason can't find you in white pointy hat. Hood on stream in your place, smoking pack E. You set a fire and slur him like a lack E. No. Iceman, I'm poke rich. 6, 7 uncles and a Tom. Iceman, bad help got in. Out ate your dick, burn that CD-ROM. Iceman, I'm poke rich. 6, 7 uncles and a Tom. Iceman, bad help got in.
Oh,
out
puppy.
ate your dick, burn that CD-ROM. Iceman, I hope you recognize a has-been flashing crazy eyes. Putting tongue out like a fucking lizard. Your ass blown out like a gizzard. Gizzard. Iceman, why you sipping on that coffee? She don't even want to hear a mutter. Iceman, what is your purpose? Don't make her pass that butter.
Nope.
Even she don't want you to fab. Bitch just wanna share your hoodie cap. Look.
Oh, he'll fit right in with Tom. I didn't even know this when I made this song. Brings a whole new meaning to it.
Iceman, bad help got in. Out ate your dick, burn that CD-ROM. Iceman, I'm poke rich.
6, 7 uncle in a Tom. If you don't know the lore, I don't know if I want to tell it.
Reaching out, beg for money. Burgers mayo on top, and that first trip was funny. Not only titties would flop. IRL king, you clowning. Jesters will be a
Oh, this was talking about the 16-bit Pete thing.
This ain't a Netflix flick. You ain't a cutie's pick. Going in for titties, man. How about that girlfriend plan? Can't let nobody stand because you fuck your hand. What's up with that sock? Bet it's your only job. Team ain't gon' run that ass. One friend don't give you pass. Man, we can't talk no more. You have lost all shit. I'll see you ain't your whore. Here comes Daddy
Keemstar. I guess he didn't nuke him after all. That fucker doesn't die just like Zombie Boogie, does he? God damn, Iceman, you gotta get the fuck out of here at some point. Jeez.
6, 7 uncles and a Tom. Iceman, bad help got in. Out ate your dick, burn that CD-ROM.
He ain't leaving yet.
Burn that CD-ROM.
There's one more in here, I know there is.
Out ate your dick, burn that CD-ROM.
We haven't gotten rid of him yet by the sounds of it. Oh, it's trying to play again. No, don't play again. We've had enough fun with you. Damn, dude. I thought we were done with him. I thought we were done. I can't. in talking and using the Ken voice, I can't. Now, that being said, I'm going to plug the Lowcow TCG a little bit. Now, don't just use this card as the only thing. He makes a bunch of really, oh, they're so shiny. I have so many lights. Here, we'll do a more friendly one. Oh, there's the announcement popping up right now. Let's go read it. Right from the mouth of Keemstar. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it says. Let's go over to announcements and check out why Iceman's here. Welcome back, Iceman Oz. Not many people know this, but I've been working with him behind the scenes to get off the drugs and alcohol. Okay, that part, yes, please, 100%. I am all for that, regardless of how you like, dislike, whatever someone. Yes. And I actually believe that he's done so. I just made him an intern on Gay. If Iceman does anything bad, please report him to a mod. And this is going to be a weird plug for the Discord, but there is, in the forums section, a Iceman area. So that's not where you report things. Obviously, report him when you see it. But there are the Iceman files in there. Feel free to explore. Fuck, dude. Oh. The LCU's already shooken up and having some ridiculousness. And we got to deal with this fucking cannonball stuck in the mix. Why? Why? Now I get that there is some trust in Keemstar, and I know that's going to sound like fucking sweeping because I disagree with this 100%. This dude, I would have trusted in Keemstar the first few times bringing him back, and I really do want Iceman to get off of drinking and drugs because I haven't said it on this show. Redirect to Lowcow Chubbies. Yep, I actually already have the redirect in, but I'm going to double check again. Thank you, Zekwi, for the reminder. I always appreciate you guys reminding me for that. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, I am happy to see if he truly is off of the drinking and drugs side of things. And I don't, he's supposedly been off of it. I don't think that fixes the personality problems, right? At the end of the day, some of the other shit, that's just you, dude. At the end of the day, that's just you. Now, do drugs and drinking make you do some of that stuff inherently? No. Can they maybe make you do some of that stuff in certain situations? I don't know, possibly. I mean, look, I've had my fun and I've never done any shit like that before, you know? But if this is the way that if we're gonna isolate him and put him in his little probation timeout again, maybe fuck, dude, I really don't want him here. Glammy, I want back forever. I want Glammy to mess up on a show and get kicked off and people hate her and then people like her and come back, right? But Glammy, at the end of the day, with all her little things, is not going out and fucking with other people. Like, she's just doing her own thing and just sometimes imploding, right? But you love her for it. Iceman, I can't support that shit. Genmark said, sober Iceman doesn't make him not a predator and a creep. W Sour Power. Exactly. Yeah. I've made it well spoken. Again, this is another thing that I don't like even giving air to because it's just a repeating thing and I'm not going to give any more air to it. Fuck it. We're switching over to something fun. Fuck Iceman. We've already done it. Yep. As far as I'm concerned, he's a pest. We're going to switch back and I'm going to use my fire intro again because fuck it. Why not? Oh, nope. It didn't play yet. Hold on. Reloading. Hey, more fire news into something fun as a reset because we don't want to talk about Iceman. Let's go. And I'm using newscaster voice because it's fun. Yay. I've got some more fun shit because I don't want to think of fucking Iceman being in this universe again. It hurts my brain and I don't want to ruin it before I go back to work in the morning here. So let's have another fun animal one. And this one is actually, okay, this is a fun one. This is going to make me smile again and hopefully make you guys smile a little bit too. We got ourselves a turtle friend, but uh-oh, he's chomping the wrong thing. doesn't understand air pressure. He gone. And I'm going to let it play again. I forgot it had copyrighted music. Bite. Oh, crap. You guys can't see it. Damn it. I just described it. Bad hosting skills. All right. Now you can see it. Bite. Bite. He gone. Now, luckily, he's got his shell to protect him. I doubt he got hurt very much. Trust me, snapping turtles can take some serious hits. And I believe that's a snapping turtle. I have had snapping turtles that have been significantly larger than that at farms that we've had to get, where you have to like jam the stick towards them, let them bite it, and then pull them along, because they will try taking cows out when they get big enough and biting at cows. So yeah, I've had to get some out of the pond by doing that and then dragging them over to a different side pond. But yeah, K-Swiss, that's a big turtle. Yeah, that's definitely a pretty decent sized one. I have encountered one. Well, it's kind of hard to tell because you don't have any frame of reference, but I've encountered one that's probably about like two and a half-ish feet in a pond. Clearly an old one. Those things are like dinosaurs. They are definitely one of the freakier things that still walk this earth, that are leftovers. And the reason they are is because they're tough as shit. They will go for anything. They will eat anything. And oh geez. Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing the comments already. Still about the no fun thing. I'm not ignoring you, Fox, but I'm just ignoring the situation because I want to still live in a world where Iceman doesn't exist here. But yeah, snapping turtles will eat just about anything, but I think that was kind of a fun little additional clip. Let's see what else I got left in here for the docket, because I do have some other LCU stuff, but I don't know if we want to cover that towards the end. Do we? Let's see. Oh, I've got a fun one for the end. Okay, this is going to be one of the other little sciencey things. Again, kind of nerdy, fun, dumb shit. I'm going to mix them in. We'll see how you guys feel about them. But this is our lighten up mood, our lighten up thing. And I'm going to animate it, but I paid for the cheaper Google Gemini account. So I only get to make 2 videos a day. And the first one that I made screwed up. So we are going to have this one animated. So just pretend this is, yay, it's fun. Okay, perfect. Let me take it off the screen. Bang. Let's play this one because I thought this was actually super cool. Hold on a second here. Boom. Audio up. And I'm actually going to do this one along with it. And you guys can do it too if you've got a piece of paper or a tube, or I don't know, maybe you can do it with just your hand. Probably not. Let's play.
You get like a little roll of paper and you hold it up to, say, your right eye. And then you hold your left hand up right next to it and keep both of your eyes open. What will happen very quickly, I mean, initially your brain's like, what's going on? But very quickly, it then looks like you've got a hole in your hand.
Crazy.
Right?
If you want to ruin the effect of the hole in the hand,
I can actually see right through it.
Put a photograph of a person's face on your hand, because the brain privileges faces when it comes to combining 2 different images from each eye.
All right, this part sounds like bullshit. And I actually, I can't bring my phone over to do it. Fuck it. Let's see if it works on cartoon faces. I did it with the phone. I took a picture of my phone. But if you actually get a face and do it.
There's actually another name for this, which is the Cheshire cat effect.
So if you do the same thing.
The face is so important that it stays on top. And it might fade a little bit, but the eyes and the mouth will always be there. The brain doesn't combine them with what the other eye is getting.
If you get it like a little roll of
So this one's, I haven't tried it with like an animated face before. Oh, you know what? It might not be big enough, but we'll try it. Yeah, oh, well, I'm doing it wrong. Okay, weird. It doesn't do it with an animated face for me, but I had my cell phone and I took a picture of it and it'll do it with that. So roll of paper, make it a small enough hole. You put it next to it with your hand. You're basically looking through your hand because your brain's just deciding on which things it wants to look at. But yeah, I did it with the cell phone picture of my face with it. And it makes it like, it's like 50% transparent. It's fucking weird. So that's where like you see faces and things that, you know, it'd be like grains of wood, shit like that, right? I'll take this off the screen here because we are done with that. But I have never seen this trick done before, and I thought this was kind of a nerdy, cool one to have towards the end. But yeah, I thought that was kind of a fun one. I like a lot of this nerdy science shit. So guys, let me know if you want some of this mixed in. I get it's a little clunky right now because again, without a side partner to bounce between, it's a little bit rougher for today. But yeah, I want to bring some segments like that and some outside news in. I guess let me know how you feel with it. I appreciate all you guys chatting today and sticking through, especially with the knowledge that Iceman is now in our universe. The next one coming up, I'm going to be forwarding you guys to Lolcow Chubbies. So I'm going to just double check real quick that redirect still is good to go real quick, because I did have one where it failed on the redirect. I did put it in. I double checked after the fact, or not after the fact, but I did actually double check with it. And the redirect is in. So they actually have for their title today, it says goodbye. Let me pull it up real quick. Lolcow Chubby. And it says goodbye with question marks, which as far as I know, they didn't have any changes to their show. So, I wonder why. Here, let me do it so you guys can see it as well. 1 second. Hey, there we go. If I set this up right, I can just keep swapping back and forth. Big brain. So they have goodbye on here. An interesting background between them. The Inayanayusha, I think I pronounced that correctly. But yeah, I'm curious to see what this is all about, because I don't think they've got moved. So this might be a little bit of something else that they're talking about. But also in the universe, there is going to be the first one with, let me swap back one more time here. There's going to be the first one back with Glammy Lammy. So I'm curious to see where everyone ends up. The Chubby Girls absolutely were crushing it at Fat Camp, both in the picking up, cleaning up stuff, and also their show. So I know that their audience has massively grown. I'm happy to be redirecting you guys to them, of course. Lanky says it covered a lot. Thank you. Love the court case. Yeah, I get that I may have not gotten the perfect high points for it, but I tried doing it. What do I want to say about this? I'm going to be mysterious about it, but I am going to say that we won't be covering the court case tomorrow, but we might be talking something about Afroman tomorrow again that I think some of you will like. But I'm going to be mysterious about it besides that. I don't want to give anything away yet. I'm going to have to leave you in the dark on that. Why can't I turn off this second bit here? It is doing this weird 50-50 thing. What is going on? Nope, not that. Boom. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit mysterious about it, but Afroman will come up very shortly in our show. Next time, it's not going to be a huge topic. It's going to be just probably a 2-3 minute thing. But there's more. And I am super excited about it. Guys, go check out Lolcow Chubby. We're going to finish up here just a little bit. I appreciate the support for today. And tomorrow we should have Abby is a piggy again back with us. Again, she couldn't make it here today, but no hard feelings. I knew she gave me plenty of advance notice. It wasn't like a last minute thing where she's hanging me out to dry. It's nothing like that. She just had some personal stuff she had to take care of and wouldn't be able to make the show today. So I appreciate her giving me the heads up, and I hope you guys had a fun time here. That being said, let's do one more bit because I don't want to overrun, but we've got 6 more minutes here to finish up, and I've still got a couple things in the tank here to cover. Oh, the one thing that I wanted to see Albert do that they were originally going to make a goal for. Now, I don't think they made a goal for it, and I understand his fear, and I believe there's a weight limit on this. Now, this one is a professional one, but I really want to do this so bad. This is one of those like indoor flight things where it's basically skydiving, but inside of a building. So it's basically just a big ass fan and 2 kind of like mesh trampolines so that you don't get ground up in the fan at the bottom or Willy Wonka your way out the top. But this is a professional team that's doing it now. There is music to it that's copyrighted that I can't play, but this is people that are legit at this job. So these are people that are, this is like an actual competition, but holy shit. I get that it's like safe, right? Like they're still wearing helmets, but look at how close they are getting to each other in doing this. It's almost like synchronized swimming, but in air. If ever I lose enough weight to do this, I believe Albert checked into the one that was nearby in Texas and the weight limit's 250. I'm going to be honest, 250 is a bit of a pipe dream, but if ever I make it, I will do this 100%, and I will be terrible at it. But look at this whole scene. Like, holy shit, they are right near each other, and like they're most of the time not moving that fast relative to each other, but there's a couple times like they are zinging right at each other full force, like right there. Like if you miss that, forget about it. You're just head to head, just blam. Hitting each other. It makes me wonder how many times they've messed up and like had actual straight up concussions on all this. And yeah, you see at the end where they exit the door there. I think that's thing's super cool. So there's cool stuff like that I like bringing into the universe as well. And I thought it was kind of thematic, right? Because there was talks about some of the things that Albert wanted to do. What? I'm more than 250 pounds? Hell yes, I am. I'm not. So here, let me actually pull the shirt against. Like, I don't look it, but I think right now I'm somewhere in the range of 290 to 285. And that goes up and down by 5 or 10 a little bit. I am slowly losing. But yeah, I am a dense boy. I am 6'1"ish. So, you know, a little bit of the height helps, but yeah, I'm a thickums still. Not as much of an iceberg as some of the hosts that I've seen on there, but yeah, I'm still a bit of a thickums. And I started at 360. So, you know, from where I started to where I am, I'm definitely happy with the progress, but there's a lot more to go. And that's why I start doing some of the goals like this, because, you know, a little bit of it's to push for that. And then it's a little bit of torture for you guys to have fun. So we'll come up with a fun goal for tomorrow. It might be a goal to do something out in the garage with Abby, because that will allow me some chance to transition between the two. Let me take this off the screen while we finish up here. But yeah, that'll allow me to transfer between the two. But yeah, I hope you guys start liking what I'm doing. Like I said, I want to mix in some news, want to mix in some LCU. There's certainly going to be some stuff to talk about for tomorrow coming up. And I didn't even cover a lot of the LCU because I honestly, I don't want to just be another rewind channel for the whole thing. I want to be able to do some LCU, talk about the high points, and then just fuck off into something fun. Because it's the morning, right? You're getting ready. I'm getting ready to do stuff after this. I don't want to just be in like the yelling and screaming the whole time. But I got opinions, and not the ones like Batgirl. And Abby most certainly does too. My goal for this week is to piss Abby off on something and get her fired up, because when she's really fired up, she most certainly gets going. So I'm going to get her a little bit excited about something. We'll find something, because let's be honest, none of us want to just yell and scream for no reason, but I think there's going to be enough to talk about pretty soon. So I'm pretty excited about it. Guys, this is the end of it. I'm going to play you out, and when I see Chubbies go live, we will dance a little bit to it, and when I see Chubbies go live, we will send you there. I'm going to work on the music and the animations for this. I hope the preview of the one that I did today was something fun that you liked. I appreciate you guys doing. Oh, nope, that's a different song. Hey, there we go. And I'm going to cut this song a little bit shorter too. I just have to edit a little bit. I got to find a way to play with fire on YouTube while not getting in trouble too. That's something I want to do for the weekend. I think we're going to make a long-term goal to do something outside on the weekend for me, because then I can get a little bit more in trouble. I've got a lot of land and some bad ideas. Oh, I'm slowly going to show my crazy to you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Lanky, K-Swiss, all you guys for out here talking. Mighty Mouse, the fan funding for today. Khan, a huge supporter. Lanky here for the band world today. I appreciate the support, guys. I get that it was a solo stream, but you guys are still showing out for me. Thank you so much. I am going to be sending you to Chubby's very shortly. Let's see if they're live yet. Hey, Chubby's live. I'm sending you over there. Let's go to Chubby's. Hell yeah.